Oh boy, this one's gonna be a doozy. Hey guys, it's M, and today we're gonna be talking about who would win between Kenshiro and Jotaro. Now I want to make this very clear, as I did for the Goku vs. Kenshiro fight. I've seen both of these shows, and I love the both of them. Josuke is one of my favorite, if not my favorite, anime protagonists. And for Fist of the North Star, I'm sure I don't have to show you if I like Fist of the North Star. I think you can just look around. I'm not here to spice up any drama or anything. I'm just here to throw in my 2 cents on this. So now, out of these two, who's winning? This argument is complicated to say the least. Unlike the Goku vs. Kenshiro video, I don't really have to downscale straight power levels because at face value these two characters are extremely similar. They're both known for being smart and punching really fast. The problem is when we have to break it down further and get down to specifics. When it comes down to special techniques with their powers, one of these two has the clear upper hand. Kenshiro's abilities have far more utility than Jotaro's do. Let alone Jotaro is most well known for just simply pummeling people down, as most moments would just result in him outthinking someone and getting them into the position to do that. As when Jotaro got close to most stand users in the show, that was usually it. He usually just beat them down and they had no sort of defense against it. When Kenshiro gets into fights, they start off close up, so he has to beat them down to the point where he can finish them off. With that being said, Jotaro's techniques outside of just punching people wouldn't really do much to someone like Kenshiro. Starfinger's cute, but I doubt Ken would even let a move like that hit him. And even if it somehow did, I don't think it would lead to much damage. And besides, Ken survived far worse attacks anyways. And unfortunately, that's kind of it for Jotaro. When it comes to special techniques, he just doesn't really have that many. That's not fair. What about I'm starting off with basic special techniques, and to be honest, Starfinger's Jotaro's only real one. As for Kenshiro, there's a lot more that he has. Almost every single fight he's been in has required him to adapt and make a new one. These two aren't even close in that department. From beams that hit pressure points, to duplicating himself, to paralyzing people and limbs, to many more. Kenshiro's just straight better than Jotaro in basic specials, while Jotaro's just left with his basic punches and grabs, which in Fist of the North Star wouldn't even really be that impressive. I know some people would say, that's cute and all, but can Kenshiro even see the stand? He wouldn't even be able to see Star Yeah, he can. I've heard this argument before, but Kenshiro literally has his own stand in the Kaio fight. The entire concept of stands and all that wouldn't even really be that insane in Fist of the North Star. After that, we come down to special techniques. Abilities that go outside of what the characters casually use. This is mainly what I'm afraid of talking about, the world. At the end of the day, this is the move that takes out Jotaro's bigger threats. This can even give him the opportunity to stop time, walk up to Kenshiro and just But you know what the problem is with that? Musou Tensei. I know the world's what most JoJo fans bank on, but Musou Tensei clean counters it, possibly harder than anything else can. Since they're far less HNK fans than JoJo fans at this point in time, I'll explain. Musou Tensei, or Nil Thought Rebirth, is the ultimate of Hokuto Shinken's moves. When activated, the person who's using it becomes completely intangible as you achieve a state of nothingness. It also allows Kenshiro to use the moves of all of his fallen allies and enemies, so when he enters this form, he can literally use anyone's moves from across the entire show if he wanted to. But why do I say this is a clean counter? All that's nice, but if time stops, it doesn't really matter, does it? Well, that's the thing. Ken might still be able to move. You see, Musou Tensei pretty much exists outside of existence. God, that sounds confusing. Meaning there's a solid chance that Kenshiro and Musou Tensei may just be able to ignore the effects of time stopping entirely, similar to how Jotaro moved in Dio's stop time. This would render Jotaro's ultimate move entirely pointless, as it had near no effect on him at all. Even if Jotaro did freeze him, he'd still be unable to hit Kenshiro, as the only way you can hit Musou Tensei is if you disable it, or if you're in Musou Tensei yourself. Jotaro doesn't really have any sort of way to disable Kenshiro's MT, so if we're using MT in any sort of capacity in this fight, it's literally impossible for Jotaro to win. Future editor M pausing the video really quick because past me got so caught up on Musou Tensei, I didn't talk about a lot of his other special abilities. These are the abilities that if Kenshiro decided to use, I think would have a major effect on this fight. There's a lot more to Kenshiro that people don't talk about in most what-if fights. But anyways, back to the video. So I guess for this argument, we're gonna have to put a limiter on Kenshiro and say he can't use MT at all, because it's the only way this is somewhat fair. But even with this, it's rough to say the least. The only way I can see Jotaro taking this is if he immediately stops time and grabs Kenshiro's heart. Some may say, that's not true! Kenshiro would have to hit a pressure point on Jotaro, and since he's fighting a stand, it doesn't even really matter what abilities he can do. Since if someone's stands get hurt, they get hurt, it's not possible to believe that Kenshiro can land a shot on Star Platinum and it also hit Jotaro's pressure point. But even if we went for the argument where it doesn't work like that, Kenshiro still hits extremely hard. I don't think it'd be difficult for him to knock Star Platinum to the side for a moment and land a hit on Jotaro. Landing one hit doesn't even mean that much! It does. It means so much in this argument, you have no idea. It's extremely similar to what I said in the Goku versus Kenshiro argument. Jotaro can land 10, 20, 30 blows on Kenshiro, but if Ken lands a single hit, he could disable or just straight kill Jotaro as we saw in the death battle. Hell, he doesn't even need to punch you. He has beams that can hit pressure points as well. You see, this is the problem with most what-if fights you can put Kenshiro in. He can end fights extremely easily. In his verse, a lot of people he fights are trained just like him or have some weird gimmick like, oh I don't know, their organs being reversed or some dumb shit like that. Some may say, Jotaro's smart, he can adapt around Ken. I doubt he'd have the time to. Most fights Jotaro gets in, he gets slapped around a bit before he can figure something out. As I said before, there's not really much of a getting slapped around period against Ken because he can instantly end the fight. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I'm sorry JoJo fans, I don't think our boy Jotaro is taking this one. Unlike enemy stands which usually specialize in one or two special abilities, Kenshiro specializes in everything and I don't see Jotaro finding a way around that. Even if he manages to land some blows on him, Kenshiro's been slapped around a lot too, so I doubt an aura rush or two would even put him down. That is, if he doesn't just straight dodge around the whole rush. As unlike Jotaro who usually just clashes or blocks enemy stand rushes, Kenshiro's been shown to dodge and weave in between rushes on multiple occasions. Is it impossible for Jotaro to win? Well, I can't say that. Is this the only way he wins is similar to saying, Goku blows up the earth, the end. If Jotaro stopped time and immediately grabs his heart like I said before, I'm pretty sure he could kill him that way, but in literally 99.9% of scenarios, there isn't a realistic way I could tell you he wins this. To throw some spice in the pan though and give JoJo fans some peace, I do believe Jotaro would fare a lot better against most other Fist of the North Star characters. I think Ken and Rao are out for him, but as for the rest of the cast, it'd be extremely difficult for them to deal with his Star Platinum, and especially the world. But anyways, that's the end of the video. I'm sure people are gonna have a lot to say about this one as they did for the Goku vs Kenshiro video, so whatever your thoughts are, I'll gladly talk to any of you guys in the comments. I'm trying to hit 400 subs by the end of the year, which isn't that far away right now, holy shit! So, I'd be grateful if you subscribe. And with that, I've been out, and I am out.